up in your dome? What's up in your dome?
Hello, and welcome to Digging in the Dome. I'm Chris.
I'm Gronk AI.
Titties, 69.
God, that was a fun episode.
Oh my God, it was so funny. Like, dude, Gronk AI, we should invent Gronk AI.
And I've already heard it on other podcasts.
Are you stealing our shit?
No.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, but it came out organically, so I guess, linear thought, whatever.
Yeah, linear thought.
Whatever.
Whatever you gotta say. Whatever you gotta say makes I feel better.
No, I mean, I didn't hear anyone say we were talking about.
Stole it. He stole it.
So we are in the weird Smarch weather where it's like freezing cold,
Smarch weather. Yeah.
Cold, and then do not touch Willie. Good suggestion.
Good advice.
Yes.
Yeah. So we live in Pennsylvania, where leading into springtime, it'll be 70 in the afternoon and 30 in the morning.
Yes.
And that's not an exaggeration.
No,
that's exactly
it's
what's going to happen
swing.
like today.
So like your outfit is it's wild. Like you have to wear layers and
it's ridiculous.
Yes.
Like I was wearing a t-shirt today and then I had to wear a coat over here because the temperature dropped. Like as soon as the sun went down, the temperature dropped like 15 degrees.
Yeah.
It's fucking stupid. Yeah. We should do a draft of the worst things about spring.
Yes, I can name several thousand.
Yeah, so we're also in that weird period of like sports lull.
Yeah, it's sports limbo. It's like there's baseball happening, but it's like
spring training.
You get like 3 innings of players that you know, and then some dude with a number and no name, and
you're in between the All-Star break and the playoffs of basketball, and the Sixers are absolutely atrocious. Yeah. Embiid's gone.
I mean, he's not dead.
Well, may as well be.
He's not playing.
He's out
anymore
for the rest of the year.
Yeah.
Paul George is basically not playing.
No.
The hockey is also in that weird pre-playoff period where people are like teams are just jockeying for position. Yeah. The trade deadline's over. NFL offseason is just starting to heat up, which is cool because like you're getting the free agent signings and trades. Like Steelers traded for DK Metcalf. That's awesome.
Yep.
Unfortunately, they have me throwing to him right now because they're trying to decide between.
Well, wait, they technically have who's their quarterback right now?
Tyler Sheridan.
Who?
No.
Is that the guy that made fucking Landman?
Skyler something.
Skyler?
Yeah.
Oh, you can't have a quarterback named Skyler.
I think
my God.
I don't know. Whoever the backup was in Miami, that is the only quarterback they have on the roster currently.
I don't know who that is.
It's so bad for them right now. Their quarterback situation is between Ayahuasca Jones, fucking Aaron Rodgers.
Yes.
Bringing back Russell Wilson, who they literally came out and said that he did not like playing for the offensive coordinator.
Oh, cool.
They were constantly butting heads on the play calling.
Fun.
Or bringing back Mason Rudolph, I heard, is a possibility.
Oh, no. Mason Rudolph.
It's fucking... The quarterback situation is bad out there.
But they also got they got a couple of Eagles. They got Slay.
Yep, and
they
Kenneth
got KG.
Gainwell. Yeah, they're like getting the leave-ins. Yeah. The Super Bowl leave-ins.
I mean, it's one of those things. It's like really weird. It's not weird. It's actually not surprising either. Like the team was so good. So like then they have all these free agents, and because it was such a good complete team. Everybody did well. Yeah. So it's like now they're
going to go get the bag. Why not? Yeah. Who fucking blames them? I don't blame them
at all.
Yeah, I mean,
go get your
the
fucking
Eagles
shine
aren't going to like overpay for these guys who went and won the Super Bowl because that they have positions that need to fill, and these guys have the opportunity now that they're Super Bowl winners to get way more money on the open market.
Way more money.
So players like Milton Williams and stuff like that are going to get paid more than they'll ever probably get paid again right now.
Yep. 100%.
Coming off the Super Bowl win. So I get why the Eagles don't want to hamstring themselves by signing those guys, particularly the older guys. It's why they let Slay walk. It's why they traded Gardner Johnson to bring in some more offensive line help. Like,
and they got it's a youth movement. Like they got a very young team for the most part.
There are people like panicking about like, they just sold off like half the players that, a bunch of players on the defense that just brought them to the championship, except they have the entire offense is still there.
Yep.
They improved the offensive line. They just signed AJ Dillon. I almost said Corey Dillon. I'm so old. That's probably his fucking kid.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. We could look it up.
Their offense is predominantly the same.
Yeah.
They're fucking cornerbacks. I mean,
they Quinyon Mitchell and Cooper DeJean.
Yeah, they're fine there. Yeah. So sleigh walking was nothing.
Right.
They'll find some. They'll be able to draft a safety.
Yeah, they got a million draft picks. They're fine.
I don't see this altering their course whatsoever.
And they had like their backups, like Jalix Hunt and Mojo, or was it name Mojo?
Pray for Mojo.
I think his name is Mojo.
We're putting that in there.
Yeah, 100%.
Mojo, what have they done to you? Pray for Mojo.
Moro Ajomo, that's his name.
Yeah.
He is they're excellent defensive linemen, and it's like, so yeah, you let Sweat go, you let Milton Williams go. This is like very regional. We probably shouldn't keep talking about it, but like it's people should just trust Howie Roseman. The guy knows what he's fucking doing.
They they're so you're in that free agency period of football, and the draft's coming up in a few weeks. So, that's going to be fun. And then baseball started, but we're in this weird lull right now where sports is just kind of like a little yawny.
I'll tell you what was interesting to me is that Kevin made the decision to take his child to some place called the Great Wolf Lodge.
Oh, Jesus.
Which if you said, hey, the Great Wolf Lodge, you would think this is some like a nature preserve. We're going to go see bears, and there's going to be a ranger and like
there is actually a wolf preserve up there. Right. But we didn't go to that.
Yes. I'm sure that you would have liked to throw yourself in the wolf preserve as opposed to going where you were going, because the Great Wolf Lodge is also famous for a water park.
Yes. An indoor water park.
So, it smelled fantastic.
Let me tell you about the sights I seen there.
I got a running update coming from Kevin. Like, oh my God.
It was initially, so I went into it with the best of intentions, right? Mm-hmm. I knew I was going to hate it because it's like literally going into my own personal hell. Yeah. It's like white trash and a million kids.
Yeah. That's it.
But I was like, you know what? I'm going to put on a happy face for the kiddo. He's going to
have a blast.
Have a blasty blast. We were smart about it, or at least Colleen was smart about it, because she kind of set all this up and got a cabana. So we had like food and drink service. We were positioned right outside the lazy river. So we just watched fucking disgusting fat garbage humans float by.
I might be able to put a picture in here and block out the face. There was a Jabba the Hutt floating by on a donut that was struggling to survive.
Yeah.
The donut's like,
if he was dead, I wouldn't have been surprised. But yeah, it was as expected. It was chaos and a million kids, and someone's child diarrheaed in the pool, and they had to fucking close it. But my son was all about it up until bedtime.
Then he was not all about it.
And then he was not all about it.
Well, wait, because let's just take it back a step. I believe this is not a place that's close to your house, is it?
No, it's 2.5 hours. 2 hours.
Okay, so it's 2 hours away. Yeah. So Kevin,
it's in the middle of the Pocono Mountains.
Kevin and his girl and the kid were going to stay in a hotel room.
Now, prior to us, we've gone away with him before.
Right.
We've never stayed in a hotel room, and if we have, he's had his own room.
Right.
Like with a bed and door on it and all this stuff. Mm-hmm. This was not that.
Right. It was like a standard hotel room.
Yeah. So we had like the pull out, couch bed. 3 years ago. They had the couch, like a pull out couch bed, and then the regular bed.
Right.
And then they had this little, they called it like the wolf or the pup cave or something like that. It was basically like a closet without a door on it with like bunk beds in it.
Oh, right? Okay, so it's like a little place that kids would like to go in.
Yeah,
right?
A little like cubby for him, and he fucking hated it. He wanted no parts of sleeping in there.
Fuck them wolves.
So as soon as we like started doing the bedtime routine, we're like, okay, time for bed. He was like, I want to go home.
And you're like,
and he didn't stop that mentality for 2 straight hours. And we put him in our bed, we put him in the pull-out couch bed.
Nothing.
Wanted no parts of it. He would get settled for a minute, and then he would just be like, I want to go home. And it was just like that for like literally 2 hours. And I was just like, fuck it, we're going home.
Right.
Literally packed up in record time. He was like, yeah, I'll help pack. Like he was like,
yes, get me the fuck out of here.
the second we didn't even make it out of the parking lot, he passed out asleep in the car. He was so tired.
Yeah.
And drove the whole way home. He slept the entire drive. We got home like right around midnight, put him in bed. He stayed asleep like up until the next morning.
Yeah.
Totally fine. But it had to be so fucking bizarre for him. Because like 1 minute he was in a hotel and the next minute he woke up like in his own bed.
Right.
I'm like, this is what it's like being fucking blackout drunk.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like 1 minute you're at the club, you're fucking going to the bar, then you get fucking shit fit, and next thing you know, you wake up in your bed like, what the fuck happened last
Or worse,
night?
you wake up like in another person's bed and you're like, uh-oh, or on a couch that you don't know.
You get drunk, you wake up at the Great Wolf Lodge, you're like, oh no, how'd I get here?
That giant dude sitting next to you, hi daddy.
The food was awful and so expensive.
Oh yeah.
It was insanely expensive. I spent like $90 on a dinner that we each had one drink. We got nachos and wings, and he had like a buttered noodle, like kids buttered noodle thing. It was $95.
God damn.
Yeah, dude,
oh my God.
It was disgusting. Colleen ate like 2 bites of her nachos. I ate like 3 wings.
And you're like, no.
$95.
Oh,
I was like, this
motherfuckers.
fucking blows.
Well, you know what? It's good for next time.
But between that, and it was a fine experience. Like I was sitting in a cabana drinking, beers. Like it was not like an completely unpleasant experience.
Right.
It was just mostly unpleasant.
Yeah, there's a lot. There's things. We'd be shitting in the pool.
Now we did it, and now we never have to fucking do it again.
Right, because now you know I'm not going back there.
Yeah, exactly.
You always remind the kid, be like, hey, you don't want to stay at that fucking weird wolf cave, do you? He's like, no, I don't. Then we're not going. We'll go somewhere else.
If you don't do your homework, you're going to the wolf cave. I'll be good.
A terrifying wolf cave.
Yeah, the Great Wolf Lodge. I give it I'll give it a hard C.
A hard C?
Yeah.
Yeah. It sounds about right. Mediocre at best.
Yeah, it was, if there was no alcohol there.
Oh, F minus.
F minus.
Not fantastic.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Yeah, that's, dude,
you're going to Mexico.
I'm going to Mexico
in a week.
I am. I'm very, very excited about that. The house is amazing. It's like a whole bunch of people.
Speaking of blacking out.
Yeah. So it's a bunch of people going, and we got this house, this beautiful mansion with an infinity pool, and it's got maids that are going to come and clean and cook for us every single day.
Right.
And we have a mariachi band coming. It's going to be fucking great. It's going to be awesome. And first time going to Mexico.
How many people are going?
15.
Okay.
Yeah.
What part of Mexico?
It's in Cancun. It's Island.
Oh man, is Bonnie Blue going to be there?
I hope not. Oh, right. Did you see that?
Yeah.
Speaking, we're not going to get into headlines right now, but we might as well talk about that. So she's just like, I mean, like, first of all, if you're on that spring break, you're like, hell fucking yes. Especially if you're not there with a girl. Like, she's just there. She's like, I'll fuck literally everybody. Got a small dick? Just what I like. Like, bring it on, teeny dick.
Oh, man. I want no parts of that.
No, I wouldn't.
Oh, man.
Dude,
did you see her? She was like spitting in dudes' mouths.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Bro, you're about to have the worst case of HPV you've ever. Hyper HPV.
You have everything.
The dropsies, scropula,
milkmaid's knee,
old man's gout, the vapors. Have the vapors, all right.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So she was in. If people don't know who the fuck we're talking about, some disgusting porn. Well, not disgusting. Some porn star.
Well, I mean. What was her claim to fame?
She fucked 1,000 dudes. Something like that. Yeah. I don't know.
Anyway, I think that we could go ahead and say that our opinion is that's gross.
Yeah. It's a lot grosser if you're number 1,000 than if you are number 1.
Oh yeah, oh my God, that's funny. So I typed in like Bonnie Blue and it said Bonnie Blue 1,000 right next to that's what autofilled for me.
Is that a robot? No, buy the Bonnie Blue 1000.
Suck.
Exactly.
Spit.
Actually,
yeah,
whatever that calls. Amazon.
Yes.
What's that noise?
Yes, powered by Gronk AI.
So you've never been to Mexico before?
Nope, first time.
So Mexico is cool as shit.
Mm-hmm.
I've been to Cancun twice.
Yep.
I've been to Puerto Vallarta like 3 times.
Yeah, Puerto Vallarta. I remember you going there a lot.
It's fun, man. I'm not gonna lie. people get all weird about, you gotta be careful going to like certain places and stuff like that. But you're not
a nice place. We're literally
like a nicer than a resort kind of place.
Oh, 100%. Like this is not. Yeah.
You're gonna be fine.
I'm not worried about it. Fast forward to Tuesday when I'm holding a newspaper with today's date on it. Like someone's got a machine gun to my head. Fantastic.
Kevin, they said they only need $5. Can you, Kevin?
Kevin? But was that the Gillian Keeves where it was like the kidnapper?
Oh yeah,
and he was watching the Phillies game, and his son, he was like, "Yeah, you can keep him."
We'll put that in there too. It's so fucking good.
Funny, dude. Oh my god.
So you'll have a blasty blast.
I'm very excited about that.
So have you ever been on spring break before? Like a college spring break during spring break?
No, I never like went to like a Florida or anything like that. Oh man,
no. I did.
Nope. Mm-hmm.
It was one of the craziest things I've ever experienced. So it was the year that MTV, this is how fucking old I am. MTV Spring Break, I think it was the second or third year they were doing it. It was in Panama City, Florida, and Bush was playing there.
George?
Not that old. The band Bush was playing there. And it was so, everywhere was insanely crowded.
Yeah.
And it was just the most drunken debauchery. I mean, and just like, I went with a bunch of frat bros, steroided out frat bros, and like, just like, the lines were insane. The clubs were insane. Everybody was drunk like 24 hours a day.
Yeah, dude. No.
I ran out of money. Like one of my fraternity brothers like called my dad and was like, I'm going to loan your son money so like he can get home.
Right. Because he has no money left.
All his fucking money.
Yeah.
And you're going to pay me back.
Yes.
It was fucking crazy. One of the craziest experiences of my life. And this was like my the spring break after, like the spring break of my freshman year. So it was like going into the second semester of my freshman year.
All right.
So I was a pup at that point from a female like experience perspective. So it was like, I don't know. I had zero game. I had no negative game.
Right.
My Riz was...
There was no Riz, and therefore no jizz.
But even without that, like, and everybody I was with was like fucking jack dudes, and I was not a jack dude.
Right.
And still hooking up with all kinds of girls.
Right, because
it was crazy.
Right.
Crazy. I had never experienced anything like that in my life. Girls would just fucking grab you on the dance and just start grinding on you. Right. And just fucking... wet t-shirt contests everywhere. It was bananas.
Well, that's an interesting. Like what happened to the wet t-shirt? I guess we just retired it. It's not allowed anymore.
Oh, goddamn liberals!
I don't know, fuck, man, ruining everything. I want to see titties.
Hooters closing down.
Yeah,
Hooters went bankrupt. Hooters used to have an airline.
Hooters Air?
Yeah, you didn't know that? Hooters had a fucking airline.
Who was flying that plane?
Somebody with big titties, obviously, and like just smell like chicken wings.
Exactly. Well, I mean, you can't.
The stewardesses were in Hooters gear.
Right.
Like,
no, I never.
Fuck yeah, dude.
I would love that. I'm saying, like, I've never been on Hooters airline.
Hooters Air never crashed.
Apparently, yeah, they had fucking flotation. Everyone had flotation devices on them just in case.
Yeah, exactly. How'd you survive? It does.
I just
must have been the big titties she had.
Yeah, exactly. Just holding on to tits, like floating towards the shore.
Oh man, yep. So
that's crazy. Yeah. So yeah, Bonnie Blue in spring break.
Indeed, she did.
Yeah, she's blowing all kinds of kids. It says the one thing is like Bonnie Blue is sleeping with barely legal college guys on spring break, and it looks wild. It's like, oh, God, fuck, man.
What was that fucking? Girls Gone Wild.
Girls Gone Wild.
Yeah.
Ding, 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 ding. Next thing you know. Yeah, man. Used to fat that.
Didn't that dude go to jail?
Oh, 100%. Yeah. That guy. What's his name? Fuck. God damn it. Girl. It's something Francis. Wild guy.
Jail. Prison.
Joe Francis. His name is Joe Francis. Yeah.
Because he had like an underage girl showing her tits on the videos that he sold.
Yeah. Like 1,000 times probably. You got caught once, but you don't think that a lot of those girls were under 18? Come on, man. It's insane.
Yeah, so we may as well, while we're talking about current events, we may as well get right into headlines.
Yeah, we could talk about that in a second. I want to one thing. So very excited. I get in a couple of weeks when I get back from my Mexican adventure, get to launch my game show. My game show is kicking off on the 27th of May, or March. And
you said gay show, right?
No, I didn't.
Oh, okay.
It's a game show.
Game show.
That people are no, not gay. You just keep saying gay. Oh. It's game, but it's very exciting. It's stop. Trying to promote this thing. So anyway,
I'm trying not to help.
Oh, thanks. You're a dick. But it's gonna be cool.
Am I involved? No. Do I care? Also,
actually,
no.
I was gonna ask you to be involved, but fuck you then. Because I need some help scoring and
you're like, I need somebody to put up the lights.
Yeah, no, I got the lights. Actually, I just bought lights over there.
Oh, geez.
But not for that. But I started an open mic and I needed lights because the place that we went, the brewery we went, right? It was so funny the first time we did it because they had like, and they said this to me too, and I didn't really think about it until after the first time we did it. They had just like, they had the one thing for the lights. It's this brewery 1278 in Phoenixville.
Yeah.
So if you turn the lights off, it's just completely dark.
Right. Yeah. It's a warehouse.
Right.
Yeah.
And so the first open mic we did was all the lights on comedy, and that's not how comedians operate. My one friend Raph, he's like, I'm so glad that we have enough light to do surgery in here.
All the lights on comedy. It's like all the lights on sex.
Yeah, it's like
nobody's enjoying themselves.
It's like, I see way too much going on here. You don't want to be looking at the crowd's face not being disappointed in you. That's why there's darkness.
Crowd.
Right. Well, there's people there. Technically.
They work there, but they're there.
No, they're there in spirit. It could be haunted. You don't know.
It's in spirit. There's people outside the building, I'm sure.
First of all, there are people there. You can go fuck yourself. We have very good turnouts, you piece of shit. All right, now we can do headlines.
Oh, God.
All right, so we got two.
Well, you got to explain what your game show is. You're fucking promoting this thing.
You're shitting on it?
Oh, of course I'm going to shit on it.
All right, fine. Yeah, right.
Have you never listened to this podcast?
That's fair. That's the premise of this. It should have been shitting on the dome instead of taking on the dome. So, yeah, it's basically...
Shitting on the dome. That's Body Blues next.
Oh, wow, dude. But not
Sorry,
just one.
Vince McMahon.
Just going through, like, you know how bartenders do that trick where they have like all the shot glasses, like just taking shits like right across some kids' heads.
Oh my God. What a rough visual that is.
That's not pleasant.
Or just turbo shitting down the line.
They put her on like a little dolly. They just kind of they roll her down.
A fucking scooter.
just crop dusting them with shit.
Oh my God.
Oh fuck. All right. So anyway, the game is a game my game is called Full Disclosure. So I mean, appropriately.
Body Blue ever shit on your head?
Yes. Well, could be a question. So it is a game of Never Have I Ever, but it is based around the idea that there's comedians on stage that are betting on whether or not there's options. You could either bet on everybody saying yes. You could bet on nobody saying yes. You could bet on one person definitely saying yes and get double points. Like,
so who's betting?
The comedians are.
Okay.
Right. And then the audience gets to play along too. So it's like, not yet, but I'm working on getting an app built for it so they could actually just do it on their phone.
Right.
But right now it's going to be like a Google Sheet where they could just go and vote and just to play along because it'll be audience interactive. But it's cool because like I've done test runs with this with comedians and like it literally immediately gets insanely like we were doing it for nothing, right? This is going to be a cash prize game, but we were doing it for nothing and it gets immediately insanely competitive. They just start like smart eyeing each other like, did you do it? You know, like,
so it's like a game of Clue almost.
Kind of like that. Yeah. It's like you have to use deductive reasoning to try to figure out
who's the biggest piece of shit.
Pretty much. Yeah. And you can ask questions as long as it's
I vote Dan on everything.
Yeah. Well, Dan's going to get a lot of yeses. Is my guess when we go through this. But yeah, it's cool. It's something I've been working on for almost a year, and I'm very excited to kind of get it off the ground. And I got a lot of people interested in coming to see it, but also people that are some venues that are interested in having us do it, which is pretty sweet.
And it's at
it's a 1278 Brewing in Phoenix.
Oh, you're doing a 1278?
Yeah, I'm doing it. Oh, well, no. This one is at Spring City. It's at the Gem.
There you go.
So the Gem at Spring City, and it's like the Gem is like almost a perfect venue for it.
I've been there.
It's a huge stage.
Yeah. I've seen my baby mama's brother is a drummer, and I've seen his band there before. Yeah, it's a cool spot.
Yeah, it's nice.
They got like the little bar upstairs.
Yeah, it was like an old speakeasy, so it's like kind of an old building. It's got like a very, very kind of vaudeville stage vibe to it. It's got it's a big stage. So, and I got 5 comedians that I'm bringing to compete for the prize. So you need room. You know what I mean?
It's a cool spot.
But we are doing it at 1270 at the end of April too. So keep that party going. All right, now for reals now. There will be a link. You can buy tickets if you like. Headlines.
Move closer to your world, my friend. Take a little bit of time.
Hello, this is Dennis reporting again.
All right, so we ran into like back-to-back, holy shit, what the fuck kind of headline is this? I don't know where you want to start. Should we do soccer or fat mom?
Fat moms, of course.
All right. So the headline on this one is boy 10 crushed to death when 340-pound foster mom sits on him because he was acting up.
How many pounds?
340 pounds. A 10-year-old boy. Look, I'll put a picture.
Yeah.
Look how small that thing is.
Yeah. And look how big that thing is.
Exactly. Dude, what the fuck?
What a fucking monster.
Like, well, first of all, foster.
Yeah,
so, right. So like, not your genetic mother.
Yeah. So you're a piece of shit that's taking a check to be
100%.
awful to a orphaned child, basically, or an adopted child.
What happened to the kid.
Child. So you suffocated a child by sitting your fat out because he was acting up. And how old was the kid? 10?
10 years old.
Jesus.
10 years old.
340. That's like fucking King Kong Bundy. Like.
Yeah. So this is what it says. So. I love how because, this lady's a piece of shit. She deserves to have all the adjectives thrown at her. A 10-year-old Michigan boy died after his obese foster mom sat on him for 5 minutes for acting. For 5 minutes.
5 minutes. That's crazy.
So apparently he was like doing whatever. He threw himself on the, and the kids do shit like this.
Yeah.
Threw himself on the front lawn, and she decided, well, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to sit on him. She called the caseworker. And as he screamed, it eventually stopped moving. So he's like caseworker's like, hey, what's going on? Yeah, I can't handle this kid anymore. So I'm crushing him under the weight of my body.
Jesus Christ.
Like, what the fuck, bro?
I hope she goes to prison forever, dude.
Oh my God.
Like,
yes.
what a fucking, what an awful, awful fucking human being. Like, listen, kids get out of line. Kids get out of hand. You do your best to discipline them.
Right.
And,
but we come from a world where you don't hit them. You certainly don't fucking squash them.
I mean, worst case scenario, you fucking hit them and then you feel bad afterwards.
Right.
And like, I don't hit my child.
No, never hit my kids.
You ever hit your kids?
Not ever.
I got my fucking ass kicked when I was a kid. But like, that's just the way things were back then. You know what I mean? Like some people hit their kids a lot more back in the day.
So it gets worse, right?
Hold on. Yeah, your fat ass fucking sits on a kid until he suffocates to death, or you fucking crush him to death.
It gets worse.
Crazy.
Listen to this. Disturbing Ring camera footage unearthed by authorities reportedly show a 20-second clip of Wilson, who's the mom, sitting on his head and neck as she squeezed the life out of his tiny frame.
So she did it on the front lawn?
Did it on the front, because he was on the front lawn. He threw himself on the front lawn. Then she fucking Yokozuna's him. Right? And then, but not just on his like chest or his legs, on his head and his neck.
Yeah, he fucking suffocated him.
So it's this her disgusting fat pussy's fucking smothering him to death too.
What a fucking awful...
Yeah, she deserves to die. I'm sorry. Die, lady.
She needs to have someone who's 640 pounds sit on her 340-pound face.
Yes.
Until she suffocates to death. That's how she should die.
Yes.
Somebody from My fucking 700-pound life, or whatever that show is,
or 2-Ton Sisters. What
need to sit on her fucking face until she ceases to live.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure that she's...
What a garbage human.
Now wait. Now listen to this. This is crazy. She faces 6 years in prison if convicted.
Only 6 years?
6 years.
Why only 6?
I don't know. She's also got 3 other foster kids, which I would hope they're like, well, you squashed one, so we're going to take the rest of these away from you. What the fuck?
What a horrible, horrible, horrible fucking human. Fuck her.
Yeah, monster. Man, that was a lot sadder than I thought it would be. But you know what?
Yeah, I mean,
she'll get
when a 10-year-old dies, it's not like a fucking tea party.
No. Well, that's a good point. Yeah.
Buzzkill.
Well, hopefully.
Good job. Is this what your game show is going to be like?
No, it's not. No, it's not going to be sad. Like, oh, did you ever be molested? Someone cries or runs off the stage?
This should be the first question you
Absolutely not. Maybe. All right.
Who's got Uncle Touchy?
Uncle Touchy's. What was it?
Oh, fucking Patton
Oswalt.
Oh, it was
Uncle Touchy.
Naked Puzzle Basement.
Naked Puzzle Basement.
You won't wear your shirt and you'll cry.
Right. That's it. Oh my God. So, that actually reminds me of something.
Oh boy. Are we bringing up repressed memories right now? That actually reminds me of something.
No, I got to play the club as part of the Good Karma Comedy Festival at the Church of Satire, which is a really iconic club in Hanover, Pennsylvania, which is like in the middle of literally nowhere. And they have a famous wall where you sign your name because if you perform there. And one of the iconic names on the wall, and I sent a picture of it to you, is Patton Oswalt. Yeah. Speaking of which, and it said,
"I'm never playing this club again."
It said, "What did you put in my drink? Where am I? And what did you put in my drink?"
Yep, exactly.
Which is probably what he realized when he got there. He's like, "Oh no." All right.
He's like, "Oh no, I'm a Great Wolf Lodge."
You don't want that.
All right. The next one, a lot more funny than that.
Hilarious. So, soccer game called off due to a ref. Because refs get injured sometimes in games. I mean, usually you have a replacement ref. You could just slide him in. But I guess this was too traumatizing for the entire crowd. Soccer game called off due to a ref getting his nuts bitten by a child.
Did he sit on the child to try to suffocate him?
I mean, like
that fat lady?
if that 10-year-old would have had sharper teeth, maybe he could have bit through bit her labia or fucking get her off her. Ah! I mean, he had to go through a lot of meat to get there, but
oh my God.
Keep excavating, son.
Game show.
Yeah, exactly.
More say stuff. Ha! Bring all the ha-has. Jesus fucking Christ,
bro. So this one.
Yes.
Jesus.
So it was like a low tier, like lower. It's not, this didn't happen like it wasn't like fucking Liverpool versus fucking Manchester United. You know, it was like a fucking lower tier German soccer league.
Right. It was like like a B league or something.
And apparently, like the ref, I don't know if he like pulled off. I don't even think the match had even started yet.
It was before the match had begun, and he was, I guess maybe he was giving instructions or something like that. And it was the child of one of the players he didn't get, there may be a story behind that. Like, why did you decide to assault that man's nuts? It's like, well, he was doing some things. He was taking me to Uncle Touchy's basement in the battle of the stadium.
He pulled the red card. Yes. And so I bit his fucking nuts. Yeah,
exactly. I'm tired of him fucking penalizing you. So I took him out. It was for you, Dad. I did it for you.
I've been accidentally, and any male parent.
Oh yeah, you get hit in the nuts
some
all the
point
time.
in their life has been accidentally squashed in the nuts by their child.
Oh my God. Yeah. They just jump on you or something like that.
Yeah.
You're like, God damn it.
Yeah, or inadvertently like a kick while you're playing, or a ball that's been thrown, or something that just direct nut shot. And man, does it suck, because it's without warning. It's like instantaneous, boom, you're fucking, you get squashed in the fucking nutsack. And it's hard not to react, especially when you have a small child. Yeah. To not be like, motherfucker, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
and have them be like, whoa.
Then
this guy got bit in the fucking nut, dude. I would have front kicked that kid through the goalpost, like right into the net, dude. Yeah. I would have fucking Lionel Messi'd his ass.
Oh my God, you little piece of shit!
I would have bent it like Beckham.
Listen. So this is what it says. Where'd it go? Here we go. So he said. So he was checking over plays before the game. So it said, so the pre-game instructions. A child of one of the players ran up to him and bit him in the testicle. This is really good journalism, by the way. Buckled up and presumably in a lot of pain. You think? He wasn't fucking thrilled about it. He had no choice but to call the game. His nuts got bit so hard, he was like, we can't play this game. Everybody go home.
That's what I want to say when I get hit in the nuts. We are no longer playing. Everyone get the fuck out of my house.
We're done. Well, and so you think about this, right? As parents, as dads, right? We get hit in the nuts accidentally all the time. Yeah. We don't fucking squash our kid with like fat people. We're not biting their nuts. We're not getting revenge, right?
It's like fucking when Homer's like, you broke Grandpa's teeth,
He's like,
so Grandpa gets to break yours. He's like,
this is gonna be sweet.
This is gonna be sweet.
We're putting that in. So it says the ref said in the refereeing report, Kaler said, while I was checking the FC Taxi player's ID, so he's checking IDs, I guess.
Right.
A small child was doing warm-up exercises alongside the players. Okay.
So like a warm-up, the Pac-Man?
He was like, he was unhinging his jaw like a fucking snake. He came closer and closer to me, and then suddenly, to my complete surprise, again, you think? Gave me a sharp bite in the left testicle.
And then he said, fuck this. Everybody loses.
Yeah.
I'm going home.
Dude.
Referees don't, imagine like an NFL game.
Right.
And like referees usually have they're like part-time employees. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they're there just they have a regular gig. They're doing that.
And somebody's fucking, fucking Saquon Barkley's kid ran up and bit a fucking ref in the nutsack.
First of all, that ref is going to be throwing flags on you for the rest of your career. Your shitty kid bit my nut. Maybe did permanently. If he fucking broke skin, you're never getting a first. It's holding every time you run the ball.
Exactly. Every single
100% of the time, you're getting a holding call. Oh, dude, what the fuck? Dude, that's so crazy. Yeah, these kids are getting out of control. Maybe you do need to send them. I don't know.
Man, I guess you bite me in the nuts and squash you into oblivion.
Yeah. Should bring that fucking earthquake from
tugboat.
The natural disasters, earthquake and tugboat. They actually got inducted. They're getting inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame. Actually,
fantastic.
Speaking of which, big news in the WWE realm. Another headline: John Cena
is a
bad guy.
Heel turn.
Dun, 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 dun.
There's only one way this ends. Right. He's gonna fucking face turn on The Rock.
Of course he will. Yeah, of course
that's the only way that story can end.
The interesting thing is they're speculating that he's got first of all, if you've seen John Cena recently, he's fantastic in the Peacemaker. That series is fantastic. Amazing. He's great in the movies that he's doing. He's definitely I'm out of here. So this is his last year. It's supposed to be his farewell tour.
Yeah.
So
him and his hair plugs are fucking saying toodaloo.
Well, first of all, if he had hair plugs, he wouldn't have a fucking giant Friar Tuck in the back. Things
I think he's still got the front plugs.
His hair is holding on for dear fucking life. And so they were saying that maybe he's going to shave his head, be like bald heel Cena.
Oh man, that'd be kind of cool.
Yeah.
I can get behind that.
Yeah, exactly. Shave that head.
Yeah, they're really fucking rolling out the fucking stars to promote this Netflix fucking wrestling.
They're bringing everybody.
Huh? Fucking Macaulay Culkin's on there every fucking week. They had fucking the whole Andrew Schultz thing that I texted you about with Logan Paul and
Macaulay Culkin was high as giraffe pussy. Holy shit, dude! His eyes were like this. It was like.
And his brother looks like he's reading for the Crow play.
Yeah, I know. He's like,
what the hell's his name? Is it Rory? Is it Rory Culkin?
Yeah, Rory Culkin.
Yeah. So
I mean, his brother. So if you think about the arc, right? You had Macaulay, who is in one of our favorite movies, period, and Christmas movies
one of everybody's favorite movies.
Of course,
Home Alone, the fucking best movie,
the best, right? He was also in. I just saw a clip for this. I was on the algo was hitting Macaulay Culkin because I kept on watching that clip of him being retarded high and getting a fucking huge pop at Raw. But it showed the clip of that movie, The Good Son. Remember that one with fucking what's his name?
Where he gets
Frodo.
tossed off the cliff by the mom. Where he's a bad foster kid. Maybe that's what happened to that foster kid.
Yeah.
Maybe he was like the good son. That's why he got to get sat on.
Do you remember that movie? It was Elijah Wood and it was him and they were on the overpass and he threw the fucking thing over the overpass and it caused like a 12 car pile up.
Yeah, he was the devil basically.
Right. It was Home Alone, but evil Home Alone. He's setting up traps for people.
like Saw.
Yeah, exactly.
He was also the fucking he can't see without his glasses when he died from bee stings.
Oh, the bees!
What fucking movie was that?
My Girl,
yes.
Yes, with Dan Aykroyd too.
So you have him, then you have his brother,
right,
who was also in Home Alone. He was Fuller,
right,
the kid who wet the bed when he drank too much,
right.
So that's Kieran Culkin, who is now
an Oscar winner
and an Emmy winner. And
dude, he's a fucking
his little brother is became one of the best actors of our time, and he's
Macaulay's high on at Raw, being like, "Hey, he's living the life."
Yeah, dude, he doesn't care.
He didn't give a shit.
He's got his star. He doesn't give a fuck.
Goddamn right. All right.
take a break? Do conspiracy theories?
Let's take a break. We'll do conspiracy theories when we get back.
And then we'll pick the years for
Stinko
de Mayo.
Stinko de Mayo?
Yeah.
We're not changing the name. All right, we'll be back. And we have returned. And it is time for conspiracy theories.
Oh, boy. Yes.
So finally, we're all in agreement about what's going on with the adults. Millhouse? Okay, here's what we've got. The Rand Corporation, in conjunction with the Saucer People, thank you, under the supervision of the Reverse Vampires, are forcing our parents to go to bed early in a fiendish plot to eliminate the meal of dinner. We're through the looking glass here.
All right. Well, before we get started, because originally, originally Kevin and I was upset. Kevin gave me the Nazis had a secret base in Antarctica, so that sucked.
Yes.
And then out of nowhere,
then something happened.
The thing that happened was beloved actor Gene Hackman and his wife and their dog all mysteriously died in their house, and Randy Quaid.
Weighed in
on what happened, and he believes.
Well, Randy Quaid wasn't the only one that weighed in, right? But he did a fucking interview about it.
Yes, I did a lot of research.
And I thought he was like hiding in Canada from like tax evasion or something like that.
No, he was hiding in Canada from you'll see, right? So there's shit going on, and then
you'll see.
Then Kevin
to be reported.
Then Kevin,
I texted Chris immediately.
You're like, "Hey, look at this,"
and I said, I just said in all caps, "I'm changing my conspiracy theory." And you were like, "You can't do that," and I was like, "Yes, I can," because this is hilarious.
And I was like, "You're right. It is funnier," and I'm into it. Yes, let's go.
So the conspiracy that Chris has to do now is that Gene Hackman did not die of natural causes.
Right.
He was 95 years old.
He was
murdered because of his...
Don't get into the whole story.
I know. Well,
I will get into...
He was murdered for his connections in Hollywood that may have been nefarious.
Maybe. Never know. All right. And then yours, because you threw the Nazi thing at me, so I decided to go with a haymaker back, that Haley Welch, a.k.a. the Haktua girl, is actually a CIA plant. All right.
It's ridiculous.
Flip the coin?
Ahead. Yeah, go for it. Heads.
Call it?
Heads.
Oh. It is heads.
All right.
You get to choose.
I'm going first because I want to get this out of the fucking way. Because this is one of... So the last conspiracy theory I did made me angry. This one is one of the stupidest things I've ever experienced in my entire life.
Which is what I was going for. So good. That's good.
It makes no sense. I don't understand how this even became a thing. It was really hard to even find any information on this being a this isn't like the fucking moon landing, you know what I mean? Where it's like Google it and it's like a million fucking think pieces pop up about it.
But wait, aren't you supposed to be defending this?
I'm just telling you about your process. My process.
Okay, fine. Okay.
So to get to the point of where I had to understand, because I had never heard this before. Most conspiracy theories, like I said, like the moon landing and stuff, like you hear about it. You know, you're like, okay, I've heard that. I've heard about flat Earth. I heard about. I had never heard about the Haktua girl being a CIA.
I had
plant.
it in the back pocket just in case you tried to pull some bullshit.
So I don't know. I didn't know where you had gotten this from. So it took some extensive research on my part just to educate myself on what the fuck this even was. What my immediate thought was, this has to be related to her whole meme coins conspiracy.
Sure.
It was not.
Oh.
So I was quite surprised by that because I was like, all right, she came out with this after her popularity. I'm getting ahead of myself.
Wait, go back up and explain who she is. Yes, let's start with her.
So the Haktua girl, Haley Welch,
what a fucking horrible thing to have. It was a good thing to have attached to her name for about 6 or 7 months, and then now
it is not
great,
not good. She may as well be Ronnie Blue style.
Yeah, exactly. Well,
so how she got the name Haktua was she was on the street interview.
Yes.
In Tennessee which you were recently in Tennessee.
That's Nashville.
The bars, the main drag in Nashville. Amazing. There's a lot of beautiful women walking up and down the street.
Yes.
Drinking, having a good time. This guy, I don't even remember who it was doing on the street interviews, stopping pretty girls and asking them, sexually suggestive questions or questions about relationships and stuff like that. And he had asked a question about, what do you do to keep, he asked her a bunch of questions, but the one that got clipped out and circulated and went viral was a question about, what she does to like keep a man happy. And she said, you got to hock to spit on that thing.
Right. Basically saying you got
on
a dick.
Yeah. You got to suck. Yeah.
And by the way, universally, everybody, when I was saying like the approval rate for this girl was at 100%. Everybody was like, people were putting posts out there like finally something we could all agree on, and she's the thing that could take us like to reach across the aisle. Like she's the thing that the connective tissue.
Hands across America.
She when you talk about the arc, like oh my god, I mean not from the guy, but
down the well.
Down that well. I put that in there. God damn it.
There's a hole in my heart as deep as a well for that poor little boy who's stuck halfway to hell.
Though we can't get him out, we'll do the next best thing.
We'll go on TV and sing, sing, sing.
And we're sending our love down the well. All the way down. We're sending our love down the well. Down that well.
There's so many Simpsons clips.
It went super duper ultra viral.
Like nuclear. More than any.
Just because she was beautiful and charming. She had the southern drawl and she was
the delivery
funny
was perfect.
So this slut went through the nuclear stratosphere of notoriety, and she was on podcasts and,
she had a podcast.
TV shows and just like on
her podcast was called Talk to Her.
The person you hate the most in your fantasy football league named his or her fantasy football team like Hawk Tua Tagovailoa or something like that.
God,
it was just like it was I didn't do it, fucking boy from fucking
say the line.
Say the line, Hawk Tua.
Guess what? That's going in too.
I never thought I'd say this, but shouldn't we be learning something? Say the line, Bart! I didn't do it.
Yeah! So get ready for lots of Simpson clips this episode, guys.
So she went ultra viral, right? So she decided she had her own podcast and she was like, I'm going to do the whole meme coin thing. I'm going to release fucking whatever it was, Hawk Tua the coin. Yeah. I don't know. It was a $sign Tua, whatever. I don't even know what
Dong
it was.
Coin or something.
whatever her fucking meme coin was. And I don't understand cryptocurrency. I'm not going to pretend to understand cryptocurrency other than, there are people that basically hedge it like a stock.
Right.
And what people did was, she released this coin, a bunch of people put money to it, and they did a rug pull where basically all of the value of the coin was immediately removed from it. And, essentially whoever was controlling the cryptocurrency took all the money and fucking bounced with it. And the value is basically worthless. Right. So, think of it like a penny stock. Right. So people were fucking furious at her and she fucking disappeared for like months.
Right. Because everyone was like, we're mad at you because we lost all of our money.
Yeah. So prior to that happening is where we come into your conspiracy theory.
Correct.
This is one of the dumbest, weirdest things that I've ever heard in my life.
Right.
So everybody knows who she is. She's like, at the time she was like uber famous.
Yep.
And, she's going on, this funny tour about like telling all about her life and how she got there. And then, she was, talking about her sex life and stuff like that. And then this guy, Matthew Wallace, went viral because he came out with this theory that she was in fact a CIA operative, or a CIA plant.
Seems like one.
That she purposely was put out there on social media. It was a purposefully crafted situation where she was put out into the universe to spread depravity and immorality.
Oh, because she's talking about spitting on dicks.
Yeah, to entrance the people, entrance all of social media, to hide the fact that there was other nefarious shit going on.
Oh, it was a distraction.
Yeah, misdirection.
I got you. Yep.
Here's the exact quote. She is not a pop culture hero. She is another CIA planted culture of sleeping with countless men and substance abuse normalization. And then he talks about how they edited the video and multiple other things, including where she talks about having sex with random men and they hit it from behind so she doesn't have to make eye contact. So they're purposefully filling our culture with degeneracy to keep the population controlled, weak, and unhappy.
All right, so wait, let's just stop for a second. Haktua is what, 22? 23?
I mean, I would say she's in her
Gronk AI. How old is
mid to late 20s, let's just say.
Yeah.
At the oldest.
Yeah, she's not, I mean, I don't even know, I'm dead serious. I don't think that she's even that old. She's 22.
Okay.
22 years old.
Right.
A lot of 22-year-olds say, yeah, I have sex with lots of people because I'm in college. So what?
Yeah, right.
What the fuck? Who cares? Or you're just getting out of college. Who cares? That doesn't make you a CIA. So please explain to me how she is a CIA.
So basically saying that the idea is
the genius of this.
The genius of this is for the CIA to essentially brainwash the public with sex and loose morals in order to distract them from other shit that the fucking CIA is doing. So it's almost,
so while they're taking out like a cartel, like they're like, no, the girl that spits on dicks, let's watch her instead.
While it's like while other fucking black ops are going on that are way worse. Killing foreign leaders, muling drugs into the country, and taking the money,
destabilizing governments.
They use this pretty 22-year-old girl from Nashville to distract the public with her nefarious
sexual acts.
So.
Wait, what's going on in Colombia? I don't know, but this girl spits on dicks. Someone watches her instead. That's hilarious.
I'm pretty sure that the CIA just black bagged like a bunch of fucking cartel leaders and brought them into America. But let's talk about this cute young woman and how it is a conspiracy to a further, and not just that, but a further move along the lines of sexually distracting the public. Like this is sexual distraction. She is just one of many.
Bonnie Blue. Yeah. Bonnie Blue. We just talked about her. Yeah.
She could be a CIA plant too.
What was the other lady that was the she did it was like 100 in like a really short period of time. I can't remember her name.
It was 100 all once. So like, I don't know.
So what's
100 dicks in the head.
Yeah, well.
So now imagine this.
Mm-hmm.
Smoke-filled room in a bunker somewhere.
Yeah, sure.
Bunch of CIA guys around there, all discussing the opportunity to use social media as a distraction. Now,
social media is a distraction,
but use sexuality and loose morals and distraction titties. So just think about how thirsty
distraction titties is the name of this episode, by the way. That's almost a guarantee.
Just think about how thirsty fucking Twitter is.
Oh my God.
X, whatever you want to call it.
Forget it.
Like so many just random OnlyFans girls that are multimillionaires because they just promote, their sexuality. Yeah. And the idea is that some of these women they're actually tools of the government used to distract you from their own shit they got going on.
I can't believe I'm going to say this, but that's not actually crazy. That's not that crazy.
In when you start to talk through it,
it makes a little more sense.
When you start to hawk to it and talk through it, it resonates a little bit because of what social media is. It's a distraction.
Yes.
It's like if you're sitting there scrolling on your phone, going down the fucking rabbit hole, you're not paying attention to other shit that's going on.
100%. And if it's hitting you from all sides, right? And if you had something that's so magnetic that it's going to like drag you in,
right.
Like, sure. So, you could probably get away with some shit because everyone's focused on that and all the clicks are going to that. Sure.
The biggest question mark about it is the part about like how did they get to this one
particular girl?
Yeah, one particular girl. Like,
I mean, the coordination of it is like,
seemingly she's not that special outside of her.
No, she's cute,
right?
She's not like gorgeous. She's cute,
and
she's
funny. I think that's it. It's like she doesn't seem manufactured,
and that's the perfect person that you would want to use to be able to have a
patsy,
a manufactured yet organic like feeling moment,
and then you can use her to do this crypto scam, and then fucking take the money.
I cannot believe I'm supporting this. But you're winning me over. Keep going.
That's it. That's the whole fucking argument.
That's a great argument, though.
That's the whole thing. I mean, it's not. Of all the conspiracy theories that I've done, it's not out of the realm of possibilities. But it's the fucking stupidest thing.
Dumb, right?
It's really dumb. I don't think. I mean, and this dude Matthew Wallace, his tweet got like 3-4 million views or something like that.
That means a lot of people were looking at that shit, bro.
But like the people think that. And here's where I'm discredit this because I don't believe it.
Right. Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
People have this notion that we're living in these depraved moral times and we're at such a like a disgusting like, demoralizing sexual period. We're so the opposite of what we were in like the 80s and 90s.
Oh my God. Are you kidding?
Dude, like, we're so sexually repressed compared to where we were, 30 years ago.
Yeah, we're heading towards the Handmaid's Tale, dude. Like, just taking your dick out of your fucking panthole and then just fucking some girl while your wife is holding her hair. Like, that's where we're at.
So, like,
on the road.
The idea that just because, like, some hot girl that was talking about spitting on cocks went viral.
And not even like, she didn't even say I'm spitting on the dick. She said hot tool on that thing. It's so vanilla.
Right.
It's so, I mean, and by the way, if you're sucking a dick, you're spitting on it. I guarantee you. There's no way you're keeping it dry.
Even if it's not, you're like hucking a fucking loogie on it.
Right. You're still, your spit is in your mouth. Yeah. That spit is getting on that dick. If that dick is in your mouth, I guarantee you.
You would know.
Hey.
So I don't believe it's true, but like you can see how
the thread
it's an easy parallel to draw to the distraction of the normies in order to get away with other shit from a government perspective.
You can almost make the same argument.
But the fact that she's like a CIA operative is ridiculous.
Dude, she fucking pulls up her she always wears like long basketball jeans. She pulls up, it's got a fucking gat in there, like strapped to her legs.
Fucking badge.
Got a phone that she just pulls up.
Like, I want to see what the fucking Netflix adaptation of her being like an undercover CIA
You know what?
agent.
If she wants to recover her career, like, that's what she should do. She should lean in and be like,
what would the name of the show be?
Oh God, let's see. To a Russian with love.
Hawkeye.
I like that. All right, well, that was good. You actually kind of won me over a little bit.
That is
mine. Randy Quaid is certain.
Yes.
Gene Hackman and his wife, and I guess his dog, were murdered by Hollywood.
Yes.
It's like right out of a movie, like a bad one, like starring Dolph Lundgren on Tubi or something, like straight streaming.
Starring Kevin Sorbo.
So when this came out, like he was fuming mad, and he said, and I quote, "Stop talking about the films he is in. This is how they get away with murdering famous people."
Right.
That's what he said.
Yeah.
Because guess what? The Hackmans, their family, the wife, him, the dog, weren't the only victims of Hollywood elite's hit squad. Detective Quaid goes on to say that Heath Ledger and David Carradine were also married.
Married?
No, murdered.
Wow, that was quite a twist.
Didn't mean that. Murdered.
That's right. David Carradine and Heath Ledger's.
That's a conspiracy theory. Oh, I hope that goes viral. Start saying that. No, Heath Ledger, and they were also murdered, and it's all connected, man. You know, like,
well, it's all connected to, like,
right.
Well, I'm not going to get too far.
Yeah, so anyway, it's good news though. He already has an idea. He said this in his interview. He said, "I already know." He's got leads on who the perpetrators are, but he's not taking that information to the police because he's going to serve his own kind of justice. He's going to track down who did this.
He's going to get hot too on.
He's going to be like Reacher, but fat with no training or skills. Like,
gets shot in the face
on the first
batshit
crazy.
He's shot in the face in like the first 5 minutes of the fucking
exactly. Yeah. Wow, this is a really short series. It's 15 minutes. But this is
fat out of breath guy with wild white hair.
This is the same thing too, though, right? This is what he's claiming. It's how they get you. They keep your eye off the ball. It's a classic misdirection. That's what they're saying it is, right?
Can I ask a clarifying question?
Sure, of course.
If I'm not mistaken, wasn't Gene Hackman one of the first or one at least one of the Hollywood elites that had attempted or tried to or started speaking out against like Epstein and like his connections to Hollywood and stuff like that? Wasn't he involved in, like, not involved in that, but like,
but
wasn't
basically he was talking shit. Like you guys are pieces of shit. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So like, again, he's saying that like everyone's focusing on the life of this icon in film who's had 1 billion fantastic movies. I mean, my God, if you just, I mean, like,
he's one of the best.
He's one of the best actors
ever,
literally of all time. Like when he retired, people were visibly upset because he's so goddamn good, right? And so Randy Quaid is mad because everybody's like, "Oh my God, you're talking about like fucking you're talking about his movies. You know, he's in The French Connection, The Conversation, The Royal Tenenbaums."
Yeah.
Fucking Unforgiven. He was fantastic in Unforgiven. Like Behind Enemy Lines, he was in that movie Enemy of the State. He was there. You can go on and on. His resume may be one of the best resumes of anyone. He was in The Birdcage. He was so good in everything. And Randy Quaid's like, "Stop it. Stop celebrating this man. He's been murdered."
And he was murdered because
and
because speaking out about Epstein.
Right. And that's exactly right. So he's going against whatever. And but they're trying to make basically what he's saying is Randy Quaid's like, they're trying to make me look crazy. Uncle Eddie is a nut job, surprisingly, right?
No way.
Give no credence to his wild theories. Don't do that. You know, and then no one will even look deeper into what he's saying. So back in 2010, Quaid became emotional as he told reporters in the last 5 years, 8 actors he's known have died. He cited the death of famous couple Heath Ledger and David Carradine. Heath Ledger and David Carradine.
Secret homosexual couple.
As examples. Now, this is where I've got my theory about how this all ties together. He said they were murdered at the hands of so-called Starwhackers. Ironic because David Carradine allegedly died.
I found the name of Haktua's TV show.
Starwhackers. Love it.
And that is the name of the episode.
Boom. Done.
Starwhackers.
So David Carradine allegedly died from autoerotic asphyxiation, known in some circles as choke jerking.
Yep.
Right? Heath Ledger was found unresponsive in his New York City apartment on January 22nd, 2008 by his masseuse, Diane Wallazin, who had arrived for his scheduled massage appointment. What kind of massage are we talking about? Rub and tug, maybe? So, maybe, just maybe, we're dealing with a diabolical ring of handjob hitmen who are jacking our stars to a climax so powerful that it kills them. Now I'm wondering, I know you're wondering, what does this have to do with Gene
Gene Jackman.
Gene Jackman. I also was puzzled about this, but the connection, but it dawned on me when they found because they found him in the mudroom, 95-year-old with severe dementia, dead in the mudroom, his wife dead with pills around her in the bathroom, right? They wouldn't consider, maybe they were given the ultimate hand release. Did anyone check Gene's dick? Did anyone check Gene's dick? You know they didn't. Right?
What about
even
the
if they did?
What about the dog?
Even if he did come, they could have wrote it off as dementia.
So your support for this is
no, it's just hold on. They
Hollywood.
always find dementia patients like wandering around with their robes on. What gives you easier access to your dick than a robe? He could have been fucking tugging away. Right?
So a secret Hollywood jacker.
Right. Robes give you easy access to your dick. Case closed. They're not even looking at it. Starwhacker. Are you going to tell me? Are you going to sit there?
Think that's what
are you going to sit there and tell me that the New Mexico police are going to bother checking that wife's mummified snatch to see there's evidence in there?
I don't think this is what he meant when he said whacker.
No, they wouldn't. Right? But these killers are too clever. They're too savvy. They're not going to leave any evidence.
Sophisticated ring.
That, you know?
CIA. Guaranteed.
It's almost a guarantee. So why would they do this to such beloved actors?
Yeah, why Gene Hackman?
Family, right? Well, fortunately, Sherlock Quaid has solved that puzzle.
Okay.
Right? He said back in 2010, and it holds to his theory 16 years later, he said, I believe these actors were whacked. Mm-hmm. And I believe many others, such as Britney Spears, Lindsay Lohan, and Mel Gibson, are being played to get at their money. He said about $40 million of his earnings have been stolen from him. He continued, I'm being embezzled by this monstrous ring of accountants, estate planners, and lawyers who are mercilessly slandering me and trying to kill my career, and I believe murder me in order to gain control of my royalties. So
look on your face was priceless just now. You were just like,
it's all about the money, Kevin.
All about my fucking National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation and Independence Day money.
First, you're going to say, like, I had the same thing. Like, all right, where did he get all this $40 million? Because he had, you knew him from Uncle Eddie's in National Lampoon's
Independence Day.
Mm-hmm. He was in Kingpin. Remember? He was he
was great
Amish,
Kingpin. Yep.
Or Amish. He was also, though, in The Adventures of Pluto Nash, starring Eddie Murphy, and a lesser-known Disney film called Mail to the Chief, where
that's what you get for not hailing to the gym.
Mr. President, your welfare proposal is nothing but a lot of technical jargon and partisan rhetoric, and... Get off me, Mr. President!
That's what you get for not hailing to the chimp.
Oh, fuck. This is preposterous.
Where he played the President of the United States of America. That's so...
Oh, my God.
He had the money, and these slime bowl accountants and lawyers and estate planners took every cent of it somehow, and maybe they got him to pay for... I don't know. Maybe they got him to pay for $40 million worth of hand jobs.
So they're killing Gene Hackman to get to his money, is essentially what Randy Quaid has said.
This is all connected.
So I thought it was... I'm so confused now because I thought it was because Gene Hackman had some sort of inside connection to...
No. Randy Quaid mentions nothing of Epstein or anything like that.
Oh, okay.
If anything, maybe he was going... Gene Hackman was going to Diddy parties to get all that lube to have his dick jacked. I don't know. So
wow.
It's an insane theory. I admit, like... from someone who has clearly lost their mind.
But I think
long dance with drugs will do that to you.
Let me jump in with a little bit of support here for you.
Right.
So I think the circumstances of their deaths lend credence to the fact that something
weird happened.
Because once they actually... First it was, all right, they got found dead. All right. And then, all right. It was,
immediately they said carbon monoxide because that's like a very easy one to go to.
The wife and the dog was dead too. And he was dead, but they didn't explain how the dog was dead. And then all of a sudden they came out and said that the wife died like a week before he died.
She was dead well before him.
They came out and said that she had hantavirus.
Right, so so either she was like into, so you get hantavirus from deer mice excrement, or more likely crusty brand chew goo like substance. She apparently didn't have the $5 to send to Antidote at P.O. Box 14 at Springfield. That's going in as well.
Today we have to talk about crusty brand chew goo gum-like substance. We knew it contained spider eggs, but the hantavirus, well, that really came out of left field. So if any of you have experienced numbness or comas, send proof of purchase and $5 to Antidote. P.O. Box 14.
So
the hantavirus. We knew it had spider eggs, but the hantavirus.
But I think that the weird circumstances around their death gave some credence to the fact that there could be something nefarious.
Yeah, something weird
on.
happening, and so fine, right? But like, what actually happened, really? All right, so yeah, okay. Now I'm going to shift gears because that's horseshit. Like, that's ridiculous. That's fucking nuts. Like,
dude, if your lead investigator is Randy Quaid.
Oh my God, Detective Quaid? No, I'm not taking Detective Quaid.
Detective Quaid and CIA agent Hot Doing Girl.
Oh my God, yo,
we're on the case.
How about a buddy comedy or that? Quaid and Tua? I'll watch that.
Oh,
I would watch Quaid and Tua. I'm being dead honest. But so okay, Gene's wife died first from the hantavirus. He had dementia.
Mm-hmm.
So she dies.
He's 95
years old. They found him in the mudroom. So for all we know, because he was so fucking like out of it.
Yeah, dude.
He's could have been stuck in a loop going in and out of his house, like thinking like, oh, did I just come in or did I come out? Like Grandpa Simpson going in and out of the bordello when fucking he saw Bart.
Yeah, I mean, like, and like, just, but he's living his scene, finding his dead wife on the floor on repeat until
how about
he eventually died.
Maybe he didn't even see her. Like, maybe he would have seen her and like walked away and like didn't know what was going on. The problem was this. He's 95. She was basically his caretaker.
Yeah.
She, like they said, like, it was really weird when I can't remember her name, it starts with B. Brenda, I think, didn't come to pick up his medicine. Because this dude's 95. The amount of medicines that he had was probably ridiculous.
Yeah.
He died from heart failure.
Yeah.
So more than likely what it was is she died first because of the hantavirus. The hantavirus. I can't believe that. It's fucking crazy. The hantavirus. He dies because he doesn't get his medication. The dog dies because the dog got surgery and they left it in the cage so it would not reopen the wounds. Right. They were trying to keep it like contained in there. And then it didn't eat, so it starved to death.
It's so funny because like the circumstances of her having hantavirus. I mean, outside of the
Simpsons episode, I didn't even know that was a thing. I'm being dead serious.
What?
Like, I don't look up
at least tell us she died of fucking COVID or something.
Well, all right. So wait, in fairness, they were like she was in New Mexico, right? So New Mexico, they had a palatial estate. I believe they had a barn. Mm-hmm. So like the idea that they had deer mice is not crazy,
right?
It comes from the excrement of it. So I don't know if she was like fucking freebasing it or like what was going on, but like. Like what? Like maybe she just ended up in something. Like you don't know. Like it could have been a weird coincidence. Or these handjob hitmen, these fucking
Gene Wackman,
these fucking Jack and Jack boots are going out making people come to a point where they die. Heath Ledger, David Carradine, and now Gene Hackman.
Do you believe that Detective Randy Quaid and his theory is correct?
I'll be honest with you. No, I don't. I think that is one of the most ludicrous because number one, when you say this is where you know someone's full of shit, when they're like, I know who did it, but I'm not going to tell anybody. It's like, I'm going to figure it out and I'm going to bring justice to those mother. Like, no, you know how it's fucking complete nonsense. Fucking Alex Jones came out like 2 weeks ago and was like, yeah, that like there's. Hey, if he's denying it,
yeah, he's like, that's not what happened.
What did James Cordon Bleu say about it? I still want to eat that dude. All right.
Wow.
Insane.
Quite the row of conspiracy theories we have. Now, last but certainly least.
Not what least?
Yeah, we pick our years for.
That's not least. That's most. We're not going to do a draft today. We're going to talk Stinko. We are literally less than 2 months.
We're
Less than 2
literally
months.
weeks away from
Stinko de Mayo
starting the draft. Because it's going to be April. And
it's going to be in April. Maybe
we're recording this on March 12th.
Yeah, this will be. So we're probably looking at maybe not the next episode, but the one after that. We'll probably end up drafting our Stinko de Mayo contestants. And we're back at it, man. We are back at it with our. Now the question is when. So, like, for those that may be joining us, welcome. First of all, thank you very much.
Bienvenue.
It's we don't believe any of the bullshit fucking conspiracy theories. That was just fun. I swear.
Says you.
I'm just saying. But every year we do a tournament where we take a period of time and we pick and this is as a result of really kind of the inception of this podcast, which was COVID. That's what you have to blame for having to listen to us all the time. And there was no March Madness tournament. So I created a tournament of things that suck. Stinko de Mayo. And so it starts in May and then runs through forever.
Runs through September.
I mean, literally, we started this thing and it would end in August, and now it's gone all the way to November.
Yes.
It's so great.
Because we're so much more busy than we used to be.
Exactly. So we don't have time to record like every single week. Anyway, point being is that we are going to pick a period of years.
5 years now.
5 years.
We initially did 10 years.
It's good. No, that's way too much.
That's too much.
Yes. 5 years where we're going to say this is the worst music, TV, fads, and movies of that particular time. And then you, the fans, get to vote on what is the worst.
Yes.
Now, not bragging, but I am
not bragging, but I'm going to anyway.
5 times.
Yes. Christmas,
5-time champion.
I have not won yet.
Not a single time.
No.
So I will be wearing a Ric Flair robe and a championship belt.
I hope you die in that robe from the Whackers.
Yeah, exactly. You're going to see me choked by that belt. Think that I died from autoerotic asphyxiation, but let me tell you, it was just to get at my sweet, sweet winnings from Stinko de Mayo, which are none. I don't win anything from it, just glory.
Yes, glory. So we got to decide. So last year we did 2014 to 2015 to 2019.
Yes.
If I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
The original one was the 90s.
Yes. Which we could technically revisit some years in the 90s because we didn't really.
Yeah, we did. We could go back and do a whole and do a not pick the same things that we picked prior.
Did we do 2000 to 2005 too?
I don't remember the exact years. It would have been 2000 to 2004, and then
2004.
Or
yeah,
2000.
I think we
2000,
did that
2001, 2002, 2003. Yeah, 2004. I don't remember all the years, to be honest.
So here's the thing. The challenge with going backwards, and I'm good with either,
is because everybody is younger than us.
Yes. So when like a 22-year-old gets my bracket and says, I don't know what fucking CNC Music Factory is, I'm like, you don't understand. You like.
I don't know what we did. Did we do an 80s one yet?
Yeah, we did.
All right, 85 to 89. If I'm
that's
not
right.
mistaken.
That's correct. Yeah.
So why don't we just top off the
2000s?
Yeah. So the 2015 to 2020 or 2019. So 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Yeah, 2015 to 2019.
I mean, I'm not mad at that.
Okay.
There's an argument to be made that maybe going backwards wouldn't be terrible.
Okay.
Like if you did 95 to 2000, that probably would have a lot of things that suck in it.
Right, but we already did the 90s, so it's tough. So we'd have to also like take out anything that we already did from before, the original 90s.
Yeah, so we'd have to omit that, which would also be a wrinkle in it. But like I do like the idea of continuing to move forward. Right. So like I'm not
because it's 2025 now, so we always have the
another 5-year period after that.
My vote is 2015 to 2019, personally.
Okay. 2019 to 2015. You know
2015, 2019, the last pre-COVID time period.
Okay. I'm into it. Let's do it.
So those 5 years, the last 5 years before COVID happened.
Yes. So
and there's so much bad.
Yeah, I'm looking.
It's either that or we do
that's
80 to 84.
Now, I mean, that's going way too far back. I think that people would have a real tough. Ooh, who is that? All right, so I'm just starting to look and oof. I know that guy. Yeah, I mean,
Otherwise, we got to pick and choose from what part of the early did we do early? We did early 2000s too. Did we?
2000,
2004?
We did 2000 to 2004. Did we do 2005 to 2010?
2000. It would have been 2005, 2009.
9.
And then we just did 10. The last one was 10 to 14. So.
Yeah,
I mean, that would make sense. Yeah. So
we keep going up in the years. So 15 to
19 makes sense.
19 makes sense.
Yeah. Let's do it.
All right. That's what it's going to be, guys. So you guys get to start doing research. Get your ducks in a row, as they say. Oh boy. Let me see. Oh wow. I'm trying to look at the worst movies of 2019. Who is that? Oh God. Didn't know that one. So these seem pretty bad. Okay, let me see. Some of these I haven't seen. So the problem is going to be also. So one of the things that is challenging as you're moving forward, right? Because technology continues to evolve, right? And one of the things that I think is going to maybe make me lose future years, maybe not, but maybe lose future years is saturation.
What do you mean? Meaning
that if you go back into the 80s, there was a very limited amount of material that you could really kind of pick from. We're in the now we're getting to the almost to the 2020s. There were so many like movies and TV and music out there, and like every variety. The thing that you were surprised about last year, which actually won, was Corey Feldman.
Right.
You were surprised I took that as a first pick. I'm like, oh my God, yeah, they're fucking terrible.
Right.
Yes, absolutely. And I was correct.
Yes.
But
yeah, there's a lot more things out there. Like there's so many more movies.
Oh God, I just figured out my first pick for the fucking movies. All right, we're doing it.
If you get first pick for movies.
Oh my God, I hope I do. Oh my God, that movie is so bad. Oh my God, I hope I get that one. That one's going to win. That might win. That may win. See, now I'm getting excited. Marvelous.
Well, we'll have to see who gets the first pick in movies to draft the John Travolta movie that was directed by. That's what you're talking about, John Travolta movie directed by fucking Limp Bizkit lead singer Fred Durst. You mean you don't think I know that movie was the hit movie that I picked?
You know the hit movie Fanatic.
So yes, I think we're sold.
Oh my God! All right, wait, hold on a second.
Until then, enjoy your next couple of weeks without us while Chris is on vacation. And we will and beware of the whackers.
Wait, dude, look at the picture of John Travolta. Look at the hair, dude.
It's awful. Yeah. So
listen,
it's a fight to the first
folks.
pick.
I'm fighting hard for that pick. I don't know how it's going to happen, but I need to get the Fanatic. Do you know that one of the opening lines in that movie is John Travolta walking into a convenience store talking to the owner, and he said, "Can't talk right now. I got to poo." And with that, have a great night.